What if I told you there's a simple practice that could shift your entire life starting today? That's right. Every misfortune you faced could begin to fade away if you take just one step before your day begins. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to share a teaching so powerful it could change the way you approach life. And it's not just some new age idea. It's rooted in the timeless wisdom of one of history's greatest metaphysical teachers, Jesus of Nazareth. Let me be clear, this isn't about religion. Whether you're religious, spiritual, or neither, this message transcends all labels. Too often, people miss the true power of Jesus' teachings because they see him solely as a religious figure. But here's the truth. Jesus wasn't about rituals or dogma. He didn't say, "Worship me." Instead, he said, "Follow me. Live by these principles and watch your life transform." At the Last Supper, he shared something extraordinary with his disciples. "The works that I do, you will also do, and even greater works." Let that sink in. He wasn't placing himself on a pedestal. He was handing you the keys to your own power. He was saying you have the ability to create miracles too. But what is a miracle? It's not some unreachable act reserved for a higher power. A miracle is simply an extraordinary event. And here's the catch. It always involves a human being. Every miracle you've ever heard of required someone to step forward and take action. And that's where you come in. The power to transform your life isn't outside you. It's within you. You were made in the image of the Creator, gifted with free will and the ability to shape your own destiny. So stop waiting. Stop asking. It's time to start doing. Here's the hard truth. Most of the misfortunes in our lives come from within us. Often we don't even realize it. On a spiritual level, everything in your life flows from you, your thoughts, your choices, your energy. Think of yourself as the source. If the stream coming from you is negative or unclear, the flow will reflect that. If you change the source, you change the flow. Today, I'll explain how you can drive away any misfortune from your life so it never touches you again. Let's dive into one of the most profound lessons from Jesus of Nazareth. He often spoke in parables, simple stories with deep truths. Before we explore this particular one, let's recall what Jesus said. "Thank you, Father, because you hid these truths from the scholars and gave them to those who were like children." He also said, "You are ready to understand them," and they are not. Why did Jesus teach in parables? Because they resonate deeply with our subconscious, bypassing logic and speaking directly to the heart. But there's a challenge. These parables were expressed in the language and context of his time, making them harder to grasp today. And let's face it, Jesus' teachings have been distorted over the centuries, creating even more barriers to understanding. Now, let me share a personal story. When I wanted to transform my financial situation, I turned to mentors, millionaires and billionaires, seeking their wisdom. Here's what surprised me. Every one of them, without exception, built their success on timeless biblical principles, including the teachings of Jesus. This realization hit me hard. Success, true success in life, business, relationships, and health, always comes back to applying principles that have been around for over 2,000 years. While modern science is only a few centuries old, we've elevated it to almost divine status. But here's the thing. Relying solely on science while ignoring ancient wisdom can leave us incomplete. Think about it. The Bible warns us against creating false idols. And yet we've done just that, not only with religion, but also with science. Instead of physical crusades, we now see verbal attacks and ridicule aimed at those who think differently. It's time to take a step back and recognize that the foundations of a successful life have been written in sacred texts across cultures and eras. Now, back to the parables. Jesus spoke in parables because they connect with our subconscious, where real change begins. Today, let's explore the parable of the lost coin and uncover its deeper meaning. First, let's read the text. Suppose a woman has 10 silver coins and loses one. Doesn't she light a lamp, sweep the house, and search carefully until she finds it? And when she finds it, she calls her friends and neighbors together and says, "Rejoice with me, I have found my lost coin." In the same way, I tell you, there is rejoicing in the presence of the angels of God over one sinner who repents. What does this mean for us today? Let's start with the term sinner. For many, it conjures images of guilt, punishment, and fear. But the word sin originally means to miss the mark, or simply to make a mistake. The parable teaches us that recognizing our mistakes and seeking a fresh start can shift the universe in our favor. Here's the key takeaway. If you want to remove negativity from your life, the first step is understanding that you are the creator of your experience. Everything in your life, good or bad, flows from you. The second step, acknowledge your mistakes. Once you do, you open the door to correcting them. This is what Jesus meant when he compared life to a woman losing a coin. The coins in her story represent the different aspects of your life, your relationships, health, finances, and purpose. Losing one doesn't mean all is lost, but it does mean you need to pause, reflect, and take action to recover it. The moment you recognize what's missing, light your lamp. Bring awareness to the issue. Sweep your house. Clear away distractions and negativity. Then search carefully with intention and purpose. When you do this, you don't just find your lost coin. You find clarity, peace, and joy. And just like in the parable, the universe rejoices with you. So, what are the coins in your life? Your coins could symbolize relationships, your partner, children, family, friends, co-workers, or business partners. They might represent your health, mental, emotional, physical, or your energy and vitality. They could even embody your economy, your job, profession, bank account, investments, or financial management skills. We all hold a collection of coins, but I often focus on 3 major ones: health, wealth, and love. Think about Jesus' parable of the woman with 10 silver coins who lost one. Now imagine this. You have 3 coins, health, wealth, and love, and you lose one. What would you do? Would you not light a lamp, sweep the house, and search carefully until you find it? Let's break this down. What does it mean to light a lamp? It's about bringing clarity to the situation. For instance, if you're facing financial challenges, start by identifying the root cause. Is your job unfulfilling? Are you lacking passion or focus? Are you spending more time binge-watching Netflix than learning about finance? Shine a light on the issue. Understand what's really holding you back. Next, sweep the house. This means clearing out the clutter, both literal and emotional. Remove negativity, bad habits, and distractions that don't serve you. Finally, search carefully. Be intentional and patient in finding the solution to your problem. If your struggle is with health, examine your habits, what you eat, how you exercise, and the lifestyle choices you make. Are they helping or harming you? Clear away unhealthy patterns and focus on actions that nurture your well-being. If relationships are your challenge, shed light on them. Identify which ones are uplifting and which are toxic. Ask yourself, what do I want to strengthen? What do I need to release? Focus on what builds a better, more fulfilling life. Jesus' parable teaches us that even those who have sinned, those who've made mistakes, can find redemption. Recognizing your errors is the first step toward change. If you're unwilling to admit your mistakes, you'll remain stuck. But once you acknowledge them, you can begin to correct them. When you find your lost coin, celebrate. Share your success with others. Celebration generates energy, and energy attracts abundance. Dwelling on your struggles, however, will only bring more scarcity. If you're struggling financially, don't focus solely on your hardships. Look for solutions and opportunities to grow. If your health is failing, take steps to heal. If relationships are strained, put in the effort to mend them. Sometimes you'll need to make tough choices, like distancing yourself from people who enable negativity. If your friends encourage gossip and criticism instead of constructive actions, it may be time to rethink those relationships. Recognizing and correcting mistakes is key to amplifying your success. Remember, life is all about vibration. What you aim at is what you attract. Jesus of Nazareth showed us that everyone deserves a second chance. We can all start fresh, but it requires humility and focus. Whatever area of life concerns you most, health, wealth, or love, shine a light on it, clear the clutter, and search for a solution. When you find it, celebrate fully, because the universe, God, and all of creation celebrate with you. As Jesus said, only those with the humility of a child, those who admit their mistakes and take steps to correct them, can access the kingdom he spoke of. And when they do, the entire universe begins to work in their favor. If this message has inspired you, let's continue this journey together. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and click the bell icon to keep learning and growing with me.